Thank you, Kavya, for this wonderful performance. And thank you to all the guests. It's been way past 6 o'clock, and thanks for being patient. So, up next, we have the pleasure and honor of inviting our guest speaker, Dr. Shyamala Balasubramanian, to speak a few words about Kavya's performance. Dr. Shyamala is an ardent fan of Carnatic music and has been involved in it for over 60 years. She started learning music from her mother initially and later from other masters. She has performed all over India and the world. She currently resides in Corvallis area and has a huge repertoire of Carnatic music that she gladly shares with the community. Dr. Shyamala has had a very successful career for over 40 years as an OBGYN in India. Please help us welcome Dr. Shyamala Balasubramanian.
Good evening, everybody. What a way to start this summer evening. And it was wonderful that I'm able to attend this concert, to hear the wonderful music presented by Kavya. Wow, I'm sure everyone in this hall will agree with me on this. Let us give her a big round of applause to the budding artist. The quality of Kavya's music today shows us that she has done her homework and has put in countless hours of work with her guru. Her melodious voice and her sense of layam, bhavam, and shruti have helped her to add to the music that she has presented today. Today's concert, she has included a variety of songs, a variety of composers, variety of thala, which is very important for a concert. And the way she presented all of them today with such ease and confidence and a smile on her face goes a long way to say that she's going to be a great artist. The Varnam with which she started is an all-time hit. Vidiboni Varnam in Adatala Raga, Talam, and that was my favorite too. So I liked the way you performed it. And the following compositions in every raga which you presented today, the Gam Ganapate and Hamsadwani, I was thinking you're going to start Vatapi Ganapatim. This was a surprise for me. And Shivakama Sundari in the raga Jahan Mogini, Janani Ninuvina and Riti Gaula, which was a main piece. Then Oraju Puchu, then Varali in raga, you sang Kavawa with a small tanam to it. And in Hindolam, Chintayami Jagadamba, then Araituva Podi in Kalyani, and the Tillana in Dhanshri. All were hits, all were hits. And all these varieties of ragas and thalas actually add beauty to the concert because there'll be a variety of audience. Each one might like a different composer, a different raga, a different thala, and a different, the language, which is also very important in the music. And all this credit goes to her teacher, Mrs. Srividya Chandramouli. She is well known for her dedication and brilliance in imparting the art of music to her students. It is no wonder, as we all know, that she belongs to the great lineage of Sri Karikudi Sambasiva Iyer and her mother, Srimati Rajeshwari Padmanabhan. The Karaikudi school is a unique one in that it's steep in tradition and chaste music. I've had the honor of listening live to Sri Vidya's mother and her grandfather, Sri Sambasiva Iyer, when I was a small girl, and it is my fortune that I once again have the blessing to hear such music through Sri Vidya and Chandramouli. Both these teachers are doing yeoman service to the Pacific Northwest and beyond in imparting the vast knowledge and our culture to the young children and her other students of all ages. It is also important to recognize the efforts of Kanya's parents, Hema and Shankar, who have put in so much effort to support their daughter. Without them, all this would not have been possible. Congratulations, Hema and Shankar. However talented anyone is, it is absolutely essential to have the blessings and support of the parents and the Guru and Saraswati Devi, the goddess of learning. This is why even our scriptures always say Mata Pita Guru Devam. Kavya's performance today could not have been possible without the constant and friendly support of Sri Ramanayar and Nirmal Narayan on the violin and mridangam respectively. Raman Iyer's deft touches always make it easier for the vocal singer with his long experience on stage. I too have had the pleasure of sharing the stage with him a few times. Nirmal also provided a fantastic support on Laya without overpowering Kavya, with all his experience on stage over so many years. His Sarvalagu patterns added melody to the program. I would also like to recognize the volunteers and the Dhwani team to create such a wonderful environment for the kids to absorb our music and culture. I once again congratulate Kavya on her performance, and this is only the beginning, as the word Arangetram suggests. I wish her all the best and continue to learn from her guru to reach greater heights. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite Kavya to say a few words about her musical journey to date.
Hello, everyone. So I have a short speech prepared. My music journey began almost 12 years ago when I was only 4 years old. When I rewind to that time, all I can remember is how I walked into Vidya Auntie's house, all dressed up, thinking that I would go to music class and become a famous singer one day. Fast forward to a few years later, when I finally began to comprehend what I was involved in. Music was now an inseparable part of my life, something I knew I would be learning for years to come. I now saw it as something I pursued with dedication outside of school, an activity that was an integral part of who I was. However, I still did not fully grasp the meaning or value of what was being given to me. Which brings me to here and now. The last 12 years have taught me that music is expansive with no boundaries, something I can never fully understand the weight and meaning of, even though it is so familiar to me. All I know is that it is much more than fame or a hobby. It is more of a pursuit, a chance to discover, something to immerse myself in for a lifetime. As I have pursued this art form in more depth than I ever have in the last 6 months, I have learned, I have struggled, I have faltered, and I have triumphed. Above all, I have discovered that what I am actually capable of exceedingly surpasses what I believe I can do. However, I also realize that there is much left to understand. I have always been one to look to the future, the culmination of my efforts, instead of the process itself. Through these past few months, my mindset has begun to shift in that I have learned to enjoy the journey itself. I have begun to see that my journey in music does not end today, but rather it has just begun. And I do not have enough time or words to express how grateful I am to my wonderful teachers, Vidya Auntie and Molly Mama, for guiding me in beginning this journey that I hope to pursue for the rest of my life. Vidya Auntie, I'm truly the luckiest to be your student. Thank you for everything you have given me and continue to give me. Thank you for always having patience in me through my ups and downs, and thank you for always having more faith in my abilities than I do myself. Thank you for teaching me how to enjoy what I do, and for always being there to give me advice during my lows. Thank you for always challenging me to be my best, but always being there to support me along the way. In passing down what was once taught to you, you have regarded me as your daughter, and I can't thank you enough for that. I hope I've made you proud today. Now, I can't forget to thank you, Molly Mama. It's been quite an interesting journey learning from you. Let's just say that for a few years when I was little, I was too scared to even open my mouth when I had classes with you. It was because you always wanted to challenge me and continue to, and you wanted me to try things outside of my comfort zone. Back then, I didn't realize the value of this way of teaching, but now I understand that the reason I wasn't fond of it was because of the fear I had of making mistakes. Now I've grown to accept that making mistakes is the only way I can truly learn. Thank you so much for teaching me to appreciate the value of going outside of my comfort zone and for always being ready to pick me up if I fall in the process. Now, okay. Now I would like to express my deep gratitude to all the people who helped make this event possible today. First of all, a huge thank you goes to my wonderful accompanists and tambura players for supporting me as I learned to navigate the realm of professional stage performances today. Next, I would like to thank all the volunteers and family members who helped set up and make this event possible. I don't have enough words to express my gratitude towards you, Amma and Appa. I can't find, oh, there you are, okay. Thank you so much for carefully planning out every little detail of this event these past few months. I saw you spend hours tirelessly sorting out details like the venue, catering, and other things that I would never have even thought about in organizing this program if I were to do it myself. So thank you so, so much for everything. You have no idea how much today meant for me. Now it's time to thank someone special. Thank you so, so much to my sister Mahati for being my personal cheerleader throughout this entire experience. Mahati, you make my days so much brighter and are always there for me whenever I need anything. I love you so, so, so much. I would like to thank all of you, my audience, for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and cheer me on this day. Without all of you, today would literally not have happened. So thank you so much to all of those who traveled from near and far to come and cheer me on today. You have made this day so much more special for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavya, for sharing your musical journey with all of us today. May your journey continue to be enriched with more learnings, memories, and cherishable moments. No musical journey begins without the able guidance of a teacher or guru. Kavya has been immensely lucky to have two gurus, Srimati Srividya Chandramouli and Sri Chandramouli Narayanan. Both are descendants of the illustrious Karaikudi Veena tradition of South India. Srimati Srividya is a world-renowned Veena player and vocalist who has performed in India and all over the world and has received numerous accolades. She has been teaching music in the Pacific Northwest for more than 3 decades. Sri Chandramouli Narayanan is also a Veena player and vocalist. He is very passionate about propagating popular Tamil literary works by setting tunes to them and teaching it to his students. We would now like to call upon the gurus to show our appreciation and gratitude.
I'd like to share what kind of a student Kavya has been. She came in as a child and she started growing right in front of our eyes and ears with boundless joy right from the beginning. I remember one day asking Hema, "Do you know how talented your child is?" And she was just looking at me for some time. I said, "You should be really happy that you have a child that has found something innate inside her, and she's always with it. So please allow her to take this journey as long as she can, as far as she can." The one thing I would really appreciate with the parents is they never interfered. Kavya was an independent student right from the beginning. Never was she dependent on parents coming and sitting for a class or anyone else watching. She was completely taking care of her learning process. And one best thing, the only student who has done what we had said at one point in time is keep a log and a journal of what she practices, what she listens to, and what she feels listening to that. If anybody is interested, I will definitely show you her log with such beautiful handwriting and every detail that she has written about her feelings, her practice, her listening, and what she felt with so much passion. I do not know where she got that from, whether Hema drove it or Shankar drove it. They were not there. I wasn't there to see anything. But just this little child who would come week after week with full preparation. Never have I repeated a class, not a single time. There were times we had to push her out of her comfort zone and take challenges. She would come prepared for a class thinking that I was going to teach her the class, and suddenly Mauli would appear. That was the first challenge she had to take. She was very bold, and she faced Mauli with all his challenges, going back and forth between practicing the fundamentals, challenging in the fundamentals, challenging in every way. And she toughened herself. The kind of studentship that she exhibited was something remarkable, and I'm hoping that she'll carry it beyond her age and whatever she's going to pursue in her life. I'm pretty sure she'll be very successful because of her meticulousness. If there are other students who are listening to this, please take a note that when you become completely involved and independent as a learner, the sky is the limit. You can go as far as you want. It's a beautiful journey, and we hope you will keep your languages at home. Try to speak them because it influences the way you understand the aesthetics and the nuances of the art. We encourage you to give it a try, take responsibility, and Kavya is definitely a role model for many of you young kids to follow what she has done. And I was very happy with the way she carried herself today and how she pulled herself, even though she was a little bit nervous at the beginning. She was very brave and carried herself. I'm hoping this is the beginning of her journey where she will take to more heights, more challenges, and happiness forever. Thank you.
So, as Kavya put it, when I show up in the class, as anybody would attest, it'll be interesting. So you won't know what is happening, what will happen. Even I don't know. So before coming here, two things came to my mind. One is teaching, the guru, and then the teaching methodology, and then the studentship. These are very, very important aspects in one's growth, including me, including ourselves. So it enriches the teacher, the teaching, and the taught, and those who are around. So that's the process that we are talking about. So with that, as Kavya put it, we would throw several challenges. And there will be some obstacles, and there will be ups and downs, as she said. And you will overcome over time. It's okay if there is a moment of low or the high. These are the tide has ups and downs. That's part of nature. Deal with it, that's what I say. Whatever it is, ride the wave, but be prepared to take the plunge, or sometime you will be deep down and hope that you will come back up. That is the only thing we can do. There is nothing else we can do other than act. That is to do something in the class, on the stage, as we saw today. And it was wonderful to see Sri Vidya being on the stage. I wish I could have been there too, but my pitch, I always shift back and forth between second octave and the lower octave. So it is not suitable for me. She was there. And I saw Raman and Nirmal, the way they ably gave pointers. It was wonderful to see the lesson as it unfolded. And I could see her face brightening up with all that. It is there, they are all there in this together. So even if she makes a mistake, so what? Let's learn from the mistake. Why should we be afraid of mistakes? Why should you be scared of me? You don't need to be. And sometimes I'm scaring myself too. Okay, so that is part of my nature and you have to deal with it. So with that, I hope some of the myths around me will be dispelled today in public.
Thank you, Vidya and Mauli, for, I don't know, I think the myth will be broken. I'm telling you, this is really not, when they say they're scared, I think it's with utmost love and respect. That's what really, that's why they take liberty with you saying that I'm scared of you. So anyway, thank you very much, Vidya. Really, truly appreciate your guidance for Kavya and Mauli, you too. Today's program would not have been what it was without the excellent support and encouragement from our accompanying artists. Thank you, Sri Raman Iyer and Sri Nirmal, for taking the time to travel from Seattle. We would like to recognize Dilisha Patil and Namrata Venkateshan for patiently providing the Shruti support for Kavya. We also want to thank all the guests who joined us on this memorable occasion. This program would not have been complete without your presence and support. A huge shout out to all our family and friends who have traveled from all over the world to encourage Kavya. A big thank you to all our family and friends who took it upon themselves to help and organize this event. We would not have done it without you. We are truly blessed to have such a wonderful support system. Last but not least, we would like to thank Scott for the excellent audio support, Shiny Studios for the video coverage, and to Cynthia Reynolds for her tireless support in helping us use the facility. Thank you, thank you. Please join us for a dinner celebration at the gymnasium. You need to exit the hall and follow the pathway to the left to get to the back of the building. And then right across there, there's the gymnasium where the dinner is held. Thank you.